APEC leaders will not be able to attend next week's meeting in Manila. They're Russian President Vladimir Putin and Indonesian President Joko Widodo. Malacanang says pressing domestic issues prevent their absence in the APEC Summit. Ignacio reports.
The Philippines has extended its understanding on Russian President Vladimir Putin and Indonesian President Joko Widodo inability to attend this year's Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit next week. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Valte also confirmed the phone conversation between President Aquino and Putin. The Russian leader personally informed the president the attendance of Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev in the upcoming economic leaders meeting.
I can confirm that President Vladimir Putin called President Aquino last night to discuss matters related to the Philippines and Russia bilateral cooperation, and of course about the participation of Russia in the APEC Summit here in Manila in the coming days. The Russian delegation will be headed by Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev. President Putin also discussed with President Aquino the reasons for his inability to attend the APEC Summit, to which President Aquino replied that he understood fully well the issues that are confronting the Russian government, and that he also understands the need of President Putin to stay in his country to ensure that the reasons behind some of their domestic issues are fully investigated and threshed out.
Valte added that during the conversation, Putin explained the need to keep an eye on the jetliner investigation that killed more than 200 passengers and crews.
Reasons that were discussed are relative to the ongoing investigation on the Russian jetliner that had recently been downed. I say downed because there is an ongoing investigation as to the reasons for it going down. And as you know, a number of Russians suffered or perished in that crash. The president did extend his understanding on the loss of life and recognized fully well that it is a cause for concern for President Putin.
Meanwhile, Indonesian government cited domestic issues on Widodo's non-attendance in the summit.
On the matter of the attendance of Indonesian President Widodo, we are awaiting formal confirmation from our friends in the Indonesian government on their representative to be sent to the summit next week. It is quite regretful that President Joko Widodo will be most likely be unable to attend the summit. We understand that the pressing matters back home require his immediate attention.
Aside from Putin and Widodo, Valte said that there are no indications of other leaders' possible inability to participate. Meanwhile, Valte reiterated that Malacanang has no information on the intent of the U.S. to allegedly raise territorial disputes in the West Philippine Sea in the summit.
Well, all the members of the APEC, all the member economies are fully aware that it's an economic forum, such that geopolitical or political concerns usually take the back seat to the economic issues that are discussed in any leaders' retreat. However, I have no information on the intent of U.S. as a member economy and where they intend to raise the said issue.
Valte said this to reports that Sea Row may be discussed during the president's bilateral meetings at the sidelights of the summit.
Well, every economy that comes to an APEC summit is fully cognizant of the fact that there may be bilaterals that will happen outside the leaders' retreat, and that the agenda for that is set by the parties that will be engaging each other. As such, I cannot comment on the actual agenda until such time that the bilateral is concluded.
Valte assured the president's readiness as moderator between different member economies.
Certainly, when it comes to the economic issues, the president is well prepared to chair and to navigate discussions between different member economies as they take place during the leaders' retreat.
For the People's Television, Ignacio.